Yes, good morning. Yeah, good morning from Africa. Good morning from Kenya. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on the time that you're gonna watch this video. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Erick Mawira, but here on YouTube you can find me as only Mawira. And I'm coming live from this side. It's a bright morning here. And on a certain day, on date 28th of December, 1992, a champion was born. A champion was born, and he made his first cry on this earth. And ever since, he has traversed, he cried, he crawled, he was able to stand on support of some items. Later in his life, he was able to walk on his toes. And as time went by, he started recognizing some items like colors: white, blue, black, yellow, violet, all those colors. And as time went by, he was able to be enrolled in a school, and he started his life. But as time went by, things started changing. Life started moving on and on. Today, we cover the story of one of the greatest fighter I know, a person who has been able to go against all the odds, and through the help of God and angels placed in his life, he is able to stand here today and tell you about his story. Ladies and gentlemen, today I present to you the story of only Mawira, the crib boy. I'm starting this vlog on this side of Kenya. I'm on Narumoro, which is on the leeward side of Kenya. And as you can see, it's a very bright morning. Actually, if you look closer, you can see even some moisture, something like a smoke is coming from my mouth, because it is very early morning. And I'm starting my video from this side because I'm connected to this side. That's Mount Kenya that you see there. I grew at some point feeling the cold from this side. It's very cold that I have to put a hoodie. I have a t-shirt on, a hoodie on, and my jacket on. All these together, I have to put them on because it is purely cold. And many people have always wanted to know my story. There's a version that I did, but it was in Swahili. That was before you guys know me. And some people reached out to me. They told me, Mawira, we want to connect with you. We want to know your story. Tell us your story. But it took me time before coming to an agreement with my soul. Like, I'm ready now to share this story because I want to do it. I want to share it and forget about it. Everybody has their own story. You have your story. Other people have their story. But this is my story. And I'm going to tell you detail by detail. I decided not to do it as a sit down, but I decided to do it on the ground of where things were happening at this particular time when I was able to recognize them. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is only Mawira. Welcome to Africa, welcome to Kenya, and today I present to you my story. Not because I want you guys to feel sorry for me, no, because I want to inspire someone. One of my subscriber, he called me another day, and the shocking thing, he told me, Mawira, I'll be retiring very soon. And I was like, yo, so you mean like even people who are in the offices, they are still watching these videos, and you are with him for a whole hour, more than 1 hour talking. He's a family man. I'm not a family man. But he was like, Mawira, whatever you're doing there, just know like you're inspiring a lot of youths out there. And some of us, even the old, we're also learning something from you. I'll take you through the journey of my life, and I'll try to be the best. I'll try to be strong. And I hope at the end of this video, I don't know how long is this video gonna be, but it is my hope and prayer, like not only will you watch, but you all also learn something. And along the journey of my life, I've met different people, some good, some bad. Some hurt me. Some of them were my mom's friends. One of them sodomized me when I was a kid. This is a story that I've never talked to anyone. But along the way, I have learned a lot. But above everything, anything that I know, if you ask me today, there's God in heaven. I have seen him. I have experienced him. I have seen him walk with me through my life. Sometimes I have cried because of some hurting things that have happened to my life. But sometimes I've also cried because of what God has done in my life. Yeah, that's life. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be starting my vlog from this side, then going to where, like, it's gonna start like, but I'll try to fix it where it's supposed to be, because the happening of the event were happening to a point like where some of them were happening. I'm very close to them, and I'll try my best to get to them, to the ground. Remember to subscribe, to comment, to share the video, and let me know what you think about the video. Alright guys, alright, let's see you when I begin the story. Guys, do you know, like in the history of birds, this is the oldest bird that ever stays for long without dying. So they've been camping here. Oh, that means there's an animal they're eating from. They're feeding from there. Guys, welcome back to this side, and I'm on the road side because I'm gonna be waiting for matatu from this side, because I'm headed this way, and I'm ready for today. I'm ready for the day, and let's do this, man. And so guys, like Nyuki and Narumo town, they are on the same side, like they are on the same side, like the leeward side of Kenya. But today is not about Nanyuki and not Narumo. Today is about my story. And if I may start my story, I grew up in Nanyuki, but my first ever job to do, I worked in Narumoro. When I was a kid, we used to live with my mom near that mountain, actually, near that Mount Kenya. And we were farmers. My mom was a farmer. We used to farm some potatoes and cabbages, and yeah. So, but my first ever job that I ever did, I worked as a herds boy. I used to look after cows and sheep and goats in a far interior place called Matanya. It's on this side. It's only like, I can't remember that place. I remember it was Matanya, but I can't remember the homestead. And today's story, I will try to get to every homestead that I ever worked in, for the ones that are here in Nanyuki, because this is where my whole story began. And after that, now I'm gonna explain later whatever happened in my life later. But on my first ever job, I was working in a place called Matanya, and I was getting paid $3 per month. And the person who had employed me, he used to beat me with the wife, together with the wife. And he was a forest policeman, and my mom told him like he should be punishing me. That's what my mom told the guy. And the guy and the wife, they used to beat me up for no reason. Apparently, they could even not give me enough food. So sometimes I would go hungry and I'm heading to the forest. So when I came back, I realized like I could steal some food and put them inside my pocket. Like you see, this jacket has so many pockets. Like, let me show you. Like you see, I have so many pockets. I have some pockets here. So when they discovered like I could steal some food and put them inside my pocket, they went and they cut all my clothes. They cut all the pockets from my clothes. So I couldn't carry any food in the, and I could go to the bush. And now it was as a result of that made me look for other means of survival in the forest. And my $3, I couldn't even get it, all of it. Sometimes they could even steal it from me. Because I remember my first payment, they bought me a jacket and a t-shirt. And at then they told me like my salary is over. Honestly, I worked for them for almost 8 months, but I never got the salary. But anyway, sometimes I don't know, like I don't know whatever was happening. But as I was growing in the bush, that's how I discovered like I could eat a lot of stuff from the forest to survive. And this is one of the plants that I also discovered when I was in the forest, like I could eat the fruits. Now this plant, see the fruits that are here, once they ripen, they turn to be purple and they are edible. So I used to eat them. There's another plant there. It has some green fruits. I also used to eat them. And then apart from that, there is an acacia tree, like the big acacia tree that grows in the semi-arid places. So in between the acacia tree, in case a branch happened to slip over, in between there was some liquid that was being formed in between the tree. So I used to insert a stick. Let me show you. I used to insert a stick in between the tree and I'll click the gum. That's how I used to survive. Now, if this place was green right now, like if there was enough rainfall, there's some other plants that come from the ground. I'll show you them, like how I used to dig them and eat them, like arrowroots, you know. And I'm waiting for a car to come. So I just remembered all that story, like whatever used to happen to me when I was walking this side. So, but anyway, guys, God has been faithful all my life. God has been faithful. So from here, because I'm headed this way, my first stop will be where I started schooling. My first stop will be there. I try to talk to the teacher, see if I can allow me to fill my lunch. Yeah. Then after that, we go to a place called Baglet. I will show you where I used to come and whatever I used to do there on Sundays. Then after that, we're gonna get deeper in my story. So please remember to subscribe, comment. Thank you. Guys, this is my story, and I'm telling my story from Africa, from Kenya. Yeah. This is another plant that I used to eat. I used to feed on them. So basically, these plants, they're eaten by goat and camels and giraffes in the forest. But when I was in the forest, I used to survive like animals. So the things that you see here, this stuff here, you see, these are acacia tree. But now there's another there's a bigger one, the one that produces the glue that I was eating. But now you see this one is also an acacia tree. It grows in semi-arid places. So this thing that you see here, I used to eat them. But now you have to look for the one which is very soft. This one is very hard. So I used to look for the one which is very soft and eat it. This one here. Okay. I used to look for this one and eat. Don't know if this one is soft. Too bad. All of them, they are very hard. Okay. And then there is this other plant here. These fruits here, we call them digio. You eat them like nuts. Actually, I'll eat them. You know, show you like it is true. This thing used to happen. So I used to look for like for the ones which are the ones which are ripe or the ones which are ready. They are the ones like drying up, and they are always brown when they are ready. So let me show you. These are the stuff, and I used to eat them like this. They're nice. I don't know if I can see another one. I told you like if I haven't found myself in a forest, I can't die because of hunger. I will still survive. They have a sour taste. Like this one is ripe. This one. But I was able to discover these things after they cut my pockets, you know. That's how I was able to discover like that. There are some plants which I could eat. And also the leaves, they are edible, like I can eat also the leaves. These are my survival means I used to have survived in the forest. I'm still waiting for the car. Don't know how long it's gonna take. So the seeds, if you're not able to chew them, you can just throw them out. These acacia tree men I have eaten them. Even this one I can eat it, but it's very hard at the moment. So you have to check inside. You remove this animal that you see there. So some of them are very bitter. Like this one is very bitter. It is very bitter. Now you have to look for the one which is at least has sweet. The one which has some sugar. I'll look for one. I'm sure by the time I read this picture I'll find one. Yeah guys, that's your boy. That's how Mawira used to survive. That's how I grew up. But all you know, God has been faithful. That's what I know. God has been faithful. Yes guys, guess what? We just found one here. As I was walking, I just found one here. This one is, now you see like when I press it, it's just like, it's buoyant. And also this one, I guess, this one is hard. This one is, so you have to be careful with the thorns. But now let's just go for this one. See? So you remove the thorns like that, and then you break it like this. So you can see, you check if there's a worm inside, or these are small animals here, the insect or the black ant. And then after you remove it, just eat it like this. They're very much edible. It's kind of bitter. Those of you who ask me how I came to know about plant, I came to learn about plant because of the situation. That's how I used to survive. You eat it, but these things, they were building me up to be tough. They were building me. There are so many plants that I know how they are, like I know they are edible. I'll show you. This is the story of my life. But all you know, whatever I've done, what I've learned in life, God was preparing me to be a great person. And someone told me, for you to give a testimony, you must pass through a test. So the word testimony comes from the word test, you know. So whatever was happening to me, I was being tested. And also, like the story of David. Maybe if David was just like any other brothers, he could never be a king. But God subjected him to the forest where he was fighting with wild bears and lions when he was looking at his father's sheep or herd. And later on he just became a great king to ever rule Israel. You know? I'm also like David because I was in the forest, you know. Like I'm not calling myself David, but the situation like I was subjected to at a very young age. At a young age of from 8 years. At 8 years, I had already known how to ask for myself. And I thank God for everything. I thank God for everything that has happened in my life. I don't regret. My life may have gone slower, but I don't regret a single moment of my life that I have lived or whatever I have gone through. This plant also, it has some plant, it always produces some fruits. Yeah. You see the fruits that are here? I also eat them. These fruits, they are very much, I used to eat them. This fruit you see here. So once they are purely ripe, they become purple in color. Let me eat. Now you remove the outer cover. You remain with the seed. That's how I used to survive in the forest. There in Matanya and some other place that I ever went to do the job that I was doing. Like my entire childhood job was just to look after animals in the forest, because that was the easiest job that I could get. This plant here, also this one, but these ones they are very bitter if they are not ripe. This is the story of the African boy, son of faith. Man, guys, let me just wait for a car to board, then we go and start off the story. I just got off that matatu, guys. The one which is going right now, that one. I just got off that matatu. So, welcome to this side, and where you can see me standing today, guys. This is where my educational journey started. This is where my education journey started. This is where my educational journey started, and you can see the signboard. It's called Ministry of Education, Macharia Primary and Junior Secondary School. So long time ago, it was just Macharia Primary School, and we never used this gate here. It used to be somewhere here. So but today we're gonna be using this gate to get in. I just wanna go and see if I don't know what I'm gonna shoot around this place, but I just wanna connect and if I'll be able to talk to the head teacher there and tell them maybe my name is who and who I used to be here some time ago, and I used to be a student in this year here, and guys, I was very clever such that here we call them nursery school. I only studied for 3 days in nursery school, then I was promoted to class 1, and then going to class 1 I was too clever, I was promoted to class 2. I was that clever. The memories that I have in this school, there was a day, you see, like after the old football The moment that you remove the tube, the inside tube, the outer cover, now you are playing football. Now the boys tricked me. They put a big stone inside it and then they told me to take a penalty. Guys, I'm telling you, I took a very good penalty, but my toe was left on suffering. So guys, this is where I started my schooling life, in this school long time ago. It was year 2000, and this used to be our field back then. So let's get in and see. Back in the days, we used to have some classes here around here, and then I remember we used to have a kitchen and we used to have some good porridge. So I just want to get here and see if I can see the headmaster, talk to him. Okay, let's see how it goes by. Guys, I was able to get the headmistress or the principal of the school, and she listened to me, but they are having a board meeting. So she told me to come tomorrow to try and so that she can. There's someone that she believes knows me, maybe knowing me, because honestly I don't remember no one in this school. It is a long time ago, about 23 years ago. It's a long time, but I remember this used to be our field, and there are some classes, the timber classes that are there. We used to study from there. Now, many of you are gonna ask, what happened to me? When I was in this school, I was very clever. I was so smart. I started in three classes within a span of 1 month. But the problem that was there, my mom couldn't raise the school fees. So every time I could come from home, and I used to trek. And right now I'm going to trek from where I was coming from. I'm gonna trek for a distance, just to show you how it used to be. So anytime I could go back home because of the school fees, my mom would just say like, I would come to school very early in the morning, and then it would be sent back home because of the school fees. I come, go back for the school fees. Come, go back for the school fees. So it came to a point like my mom was like, you know what? Even myself, I never studied. So why are you doing the study thing? So that's how I dropped out of school. And for me and staying, my mom and I stay was not easy. So like in case of anything, fight. So there's an old man. He used to be somehow disabled. So he used to have this tricycle whereby he could pedal with his hands, and then I would push him from behind. I was to come with him from where I'm going to a shopping center down here called Bagrit Shopping Center every Sunday. Now every Sunday I used to come from that place where we live with my mom to Bagrit, and then that's how I met up with my first employer. The guy was he was working for the game reserve here, like he was a forest policeman. So he was like, I'm looking for a boy who can look after my cows. And then I just remembered my mom and I were not on good terms, so I took the chance and I told him like I can do the job. Later they linked up with my mom, and that's how I got my first job. But I'm going to that man's home. That's when he started mistreating me together with the wife. Guys, I know the sun is burning from this side. But anyway, let's roll the story. Okay. This used to be our classes. I remember this used to be the class. This building here used to be our class there. And the gate was somewhere here. Now guys, a long time ago, those years, this path never used to be clear like this. There used to be very huge grass growing on the river, on the roadside. And I used to trek all the way from, it's a far distance, I'm telling you. And then even the road never used to be like this. The road used to have those chippings. They are called chippings. Or kokoto, you call them kokoto here. And then I never even used to have shoes. Okay, I never used to have shoes. So I used to, our gate used to be here. Yeah, our gate used to be here. If I'm right, our gate, the school gate used to be here. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna trek. I don't know if you're gonna trek with me. But this was my daily routine. I used to trek all this road that you see there. I used to trek all of it. So on the roadside, there used to be so much chippings here. And then because you needed to walk on the roadside, so you would just be, they would even press you. So, like this, and actually they used to be so sharp. These ones, they used to be so sharp. And I remember this side, it used to be so bushy. So at some point I could have come. Let's say I'm very angry. Let's say I'm very hungry. And maybe someone has poured the food on the road. I remember I literally collected food on this road. Literally collected food and I ate. Not once, not twice. On this road. And then across here, there used to be a very, very big farm that used to rear some horses. I don't know if they still do, but they used to rear horses in this area. It's a farm, very big farm. So generally, like this place used to be so bushy, such that even you could even get lost in between the grass, because the grass was very, very tall, and that used to be me like anyway. It's just a sweet story, sweet memory that I'm getting. And guys, it is a sheep. So just used to look after the sheep like this one. And cows. I used to look after this. Something like that. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna be trekking from this side where I'm going right now. And it's gonna take me like an hour or half an hour to get where I'm going. And then you can imagine where I used now to come from, deeper in the forest. And you know, like it is life. So I don't regret, and I'm happy. It was meant to be like this. And we used to walk across the stuff that you see here, the caraba, they were never there because these homes were not there. These homes were not there. The caraba that you see here, all these homes that you see here, these are new. They never used to be here. They never used to be. Back then, this road was purely forest, like it was purely grass, tall grasses. All these fence that you see here was never there. 2000, it was never there. The only thing that I know, there was only this farm here, which used to have very big horses, and there used to be very many. So let me walk, guys. We're gonna meet with you. Let me walk as I try to reconnect with every moment that ever happened on this road, because this road has me. This road knows my feet. So I will be walking for this one until I get where I'm going, guys. I don't care if this video is gonna take 2 days to record, but I must give out my best and honesty. Like this result was not there, just something new. Yeah. So guys, I've been walking for the last 20 minutes and I haven't gotten to where I'm going. But this farm that you can see here, I guess it is still very functional, and it is owned by someone from outside country, from US. Because I always see white people getting in there, and they keep some very, very big horses and some very big cows still, and you can see. But now from where I am, look at that sheep. From where I am at the moment, from afar, I can see a signboard of saying where I'm going. It's called Bagurit. I can see it. Deep inside there, guys, there's a very beautiful home. Long time ago, now you see the grass that you see on this farm. That kind of grass is what I used to be here, and they used to be very, very big, very big. Like it could even cover me here. On top of, like, I was a kid, I could also walk in between, and no one would see me. It was that big. It's not like it has been cleared, and I see people cleaning here, slashing. Very, very. They are good memories, sweet sour memories, and wow. Now we are approaching Bagurit, where used to be our main shopping center, where I met my first boss, who mistreated me together with his wife and the son, because they used to beat me severely for no reason. And maybe because sometimes I could bring the cows home late, but not that super late. And then maybe because they found me putting some food inside my pocket, you know, they were against me doing that. And I was doing it because they never used to give me enough food. So I used to get some food from the kitchen, especially githeri. Githeri is a mixture of corn and beans. So I would put it inside my pocket so that I can eat once I'm in the forest looking after the cows and the sheep. Yeah. And so they had to chop all my pockets. My clothes never used to have pockets. But God is faithful. All these damage, God has been faithful. So imagine I used to walk all this distance, and it is very far because I have to go inside the forest on foot. And I used to walk barefoot without shoes. I will show you how my feet looks like. Today it's about my story. I will show you how my feet looks like, because of things that happened when I was young. You see, like the way that guy is doing, that's what I used to do. But for me it was sheep and cows together. So but above all, I thank God because He has taken care of me. I'm not dead. Even though at some point I almost died in that forest, I'll tell you the story, what happened. But God saved my life. Yeah, so guys, I see we are here at Bagurit. Let's go there and see. So guys, I saw there's a farm there inside. That guy on a motorbike just came from taking milk from that place. You see? Here's some jerrycan, some milk jerrycan. So let's cross over the road and see. So the story that I'm doing, guys, I'm not doing it for sympathy. I'm doing it to encourage someone not to give up in life. I have seen a lot of things, some of them from my own family, especially my own mom. But I don't hate her. I love her, I forgive her. But I never give up. So in case you're there, you're going through a lot, don't give up. If I made it, if this is Mawira who is holding a camera today and talking to you guys, just know like there's nothing which is impossible in this world. So this place is called Bagurit. Yeah. Bagurit. Where I first met my boss. Guys, I'm getting to Bagurit shopping center. And, the cars honking. Actually, guys, honking in Kenya is very much common. Honking here is a means of, is one way of advertising for your car to get some passengers. So don't worry when you hear so many honks here. So like the sun is too hot, but you can, that's Mount Kenya, you see up there. Mount Kenya, you see it clearly. And, so long time ago, there never used to be this. This never used to be here. These are netball or volleyball pitches. Never used to be like this. Now I used to walk under such chippings without shoes, day in, day out, day in, day out. Yeah. From where I'm gonna take you to that school that I was there. So for now, guys, I'm officially welcoming you to this place called Bagret Shopping Center. And I see a lot has happened, but the buildings are still the same. They haven't grown so much. But there's one of the restaurant. Okay. Okay. So this one was just erected here just the other day with the president. But now, a long time ago, there used to be a restaurant here, and I see it is still functional. So the man that I used to come in a tricycle, and he used to come to this point here, where he used to come and at least spend his Sunday and chill with friends. Then in the evening, I would just take him back home. And this road never used to be like this. And this is one of the oldest restaurants here. If you can ask anyone around this place, this restaurant is one of the oldest. Yeah, because I remember back then in the days, I used to come with 5 shilling, Kenya shilling, and take some tea and some mandazis. Very long time ago. The year 1999, I mean, the year 1999, 2000. Yeah, and 2001. Like I vividly remember I used to come here. So this hotel or restaurant, I have eaten here and I've taken some tea from this restaurant. I don't know who is managing this. Where are you? So guys, I used to come here and take some tea. Now I want to see how much I will pay for today. So back then, so back then, chapati, I never used to eat the chapati, but I remember I used to take some mandazi. Okay, mandazi now is 5 bob, 15 bob. And tea. There you can 2000, eh? 2000, yeah, 2000. Dakana shirigi dano, kanya shai, na mandazi mere na akashokere shirigi. So I'm trying to tell you, like in the year 2000, I used to come here with only 5 bob, 5 Kenyan shillings. And I would take a cup of tea and some mandazi, and I would still get some coin. That's how life changes. So this Bagret is very famous for me and very vital for me, because that's where I first met my employer, who mistreated me severely together with his wife. And I come here and chill the guy. That spot, there used to be a spot there. They used to play some pool, eat some mira, we call them mira or cat. Then in the evening I would take him home. So guys, I'm gonna enjoy some tea here, just to remember how it used to taste, and some mandazi still. It's African tea. So guys, I have my tea. And 2 mandazis. Now today, 1 mandazi is going for 15 bob. So meaning that I'm gonna pay very $0.25 for this mandazi, and then tea is going for, depending on which size of the cup you're taking, it's gonna cost 10. So in short, I'm gonna end up paying $0.50 for this. And that time I used to pay less than 5 cents. 5 cents, imagine. That's how life has changed ever since. 24 years later. Wow. I have also walked down there. There's someone who had, on this road, there's someone who also employed me here. I worked for him for 2 weeks. Then my mom trusted me. Simply because I had run away from home, because I remember that day before I ran away from home, my mom had called me and told me, like, she wanted me to put a bag of charcoal on her back and because I had discovered like there was some part of the knife that was missing, a pin of the handle, and I knew how my mom how violent she was. So I like when she told me, Mawira, come and put me this, help me put this bag of chuck on my back. I knew she was gonna beat me. So what did I do? Missing in action. So I went down here. It's not like I can't properly remember that home, but I remember I was employed there for 1 week, and the guy was paying me the best salary, $6. I'm telling you back then. So I worked for 1 week. Then one evening I met with my mom's friend, and I was like, hi. So she told my mom where she found me, and my mom came for me. So anyway, it is life. So guys, let me enjoy my mandazi here. After this, we are now going to the epitome of the story, where my mom and I used to stay, and what used to happen there, and where they met with my brother's dad, and let me just finish this tea, guys. So guys, I just finished having my tea and my mandazi, and so this is where I first met my boss, my boss, in this market here. So there used to be some kiosks around this place, or some small shops that were used to come and chill with that old man. But this was the main shopping center, and I see it is still the main shopping center. I used to pick something from the hotel, a restaurant, and I just had it, and it was awesome. So from here, guys, you're going to a place called Kamangura. It's an airstrip. There's an airstrip, and opposite that way you can run into the whole story now. And so far so good. Yeah. Watching this video, maybe you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, comment, share. Do the best that you can with this video. Share that. I'd love you to support me by subscribing, sharing to your friends. So all these trees that you see here, they have been there for the longest. These trees that you see here, they have been there for the longest. Nothing has changed. Nothing much has changed around this place. But that time, there never used to be motorbikes around this place. They never used to be. Now we're gonna get to the forest. That end, that's where we used to be. So I'm gonna be hopping on one of the motorbikes here, that they can go to that place. Took a motorbike, as you can see, and I just alighted from that area. And now, funny thing, I was not sure if it's gonna be this road. There's another one which is down there, but I guess this is the road because there used to be a church here, and I see it's still there. So now, My mom and I used to live now in this place, deep in it. And I'll try to go deep into it to see if I can be able to trace the home that we used to live. I know a lot has changed there. I don't know whom I'm gonna find. But across here, there used to be also a home that we also stayed. Like my mom used to move around. Like there used to be a church here. And these homes, they were not there. And my mom, she never used to stay in one place for long. So she used to move a lot. And I remember, guys, I'm trying to remove something. I remember there was one woman who found me some job in a place called Timao. And a friend was living here. So guys, this is the tree that I was telling you about, that I could eat the glue from it once maybe the branch slipped off. These things that you see here, they were never used to be here. All these homes, they never used to be here. And there used to be a home here. That house, if I'm not wrong. But you see, it is all bush. It is all bushy. This never used to be here. There used to be a house there. The home that you sit there with that bougainvillea flower, it never used to be there. It was there. We used to live there. That home. But it was not a story building. It used to be a timber building. I see a lot has changed around this place. And then across here, people used to farm a lot of wheat. Yeah, across here, people used to farm a lot of wheat. Wow. So I want to go and try to look for that place where I used to live with my mom. That place that we used to live with my mom. So on this side, the only thing that I can see has changed is the bush has become so big and new homes has come up. You know, like as time goes by, people do sell their lands and stuff like that. So you find like new occupants are there. So, but this used to be my home for some time. So I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get inside the forest, but I'm gonna try and walk as fast as I can. Yeah. All this you see here, they have become bush. And land have been sold a lot. So I'm not sure even if I find the person from deep in the forest, if they're gonna allow me to get him. And I'll try. But guys, now this area, I'm very familiar with it. In my mind, I have the picture. In my mind, I have the picture of the memories that was happening in my life. Because I remember even my brother's dad was from somewhere this side. In a certain house somewhere at the corner. And I remember our home used to be next to the forest, and I used to go to fetch water in the forest, deep in the forest, whereby I could even be chased by the monkeys. See, a lot has changed. Even these places have now become communities patrol. Like, land have been sold a lot. So let me just go and see. Guys, as you can see, this grass is just being reared for the animals. And as I was walking by, I just remembered one of the most important information the old man that I used to, who was my friend, the one who was on a tricycle, who was differently abled, I used to push him on this path. Yeah, I used to push him all the way from deep in the forest up there, and then we could go to the Bagret shopping center where we would spend our Sunday there. So like every Sunday I knew like I was working, so he used to pay me 10 shillings, which is about 10 cents. And it was out of that 10 cents that I could say now have some tea from the hotel. Yeah, now I'm joining the dots. So I used to push him on this road, but it never used to be like this. At least nowadays it's passable, I see. But a long time ago it never used to be passable. All these homes you see here, they were not there. All this, like the land has been portioned, like it has been cut into portions. It was not there. There used to be pure plain land with only bush. And then somewhere deep here, let me show you. As I was growing up in the forest, I also learned how to burn charcoal. And back then, burning of charcoal was illegal in this forest because they were being monitored by the Kenya Wildlife Services. So, in case you were being caught burning charcoal, that was a big problem. Now, inside there, in the bush, inside in this forest, I learned how to burn forest charcoal, and I remember I cut my finger. This finger has 3 stitches. 1, 2, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 stitches. I cut myself with a machete as I was burning charcoal inside this forest here. And I don't remember whatever happened after that, because it was very, very painful and a very bad experience that I don't want to remember. So I don't know how even to burn charcoal. This is where I learned how to do it. And deep in this forest, I'll tell you a story of whatever happened between me and sometimes I was almost dying on top of an electrical pole with my friend, but an angel appeared. Yeah, I'll tell you how it appeared. In my life, I have seen angels in form of people, and that one particular one was just not a person, that was an angel, purely an angel, because how he appeared and disappeared was miraculous. And these houses were not there, guys. It used to be plain forest. As you can see, this part is still plain. That is how it used to be. Long time. 24 years ago. Because if I do my math well, it's like 24 years back. So let's roll that. Let's see. But in the meantime, guys, even as we talking about my story, this place looks nice. The environment itself is just awesome. The noises from the birds, and just cool. Guys, in case you're joining the premiere, my name is only Mawira. Okay, my name is Erick Mawira. That's my official name. By my YouTube name, I go by the name only Mawira. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Do not watch a video without subscribing, please. That's the best way that you can support me. And also commenting and sharing your thoughts about the video. I dearly appreciate. And today, I'm just trying to cover the story of my life. And I'm covering it in a different style, not a sit down. I just want to connect with the ground of each and every part that I came into contact with. I will try as my best as I can. But for now, this is the second last part of it. Then after this, I'm gonna head somewhere, which is gonna be the last part of my story, as I'm trying to see if I can remember everything, because these things were happening to me when I was a kid, at the age of 7, 8, 9 there. So some of them I may have lost, but I remember it was somewhere here where my friend's mom sodomized me one night. But I never told my mom, because my mom never took me serious, or she never cared about me. Because I remember when there was a place we were staying with her, and I went to fetch some water sometime, and where I was fetching water, there used to be a private river. So as I was dipping my jerry cans inside the water, the river, the water overpowered me, so I got swept away by the river. And because I knew, like, if I go home without that one jerry can, I'm gonna pay for it because of the bother she used to see me. So I decided to dip myself in the river and go follow the jerry can. By good luck I got it, but when I went back home I told her whatever has transpired. She was like, I wish you went. I struggled to get out of the water, and just a mere grass. I just held myself on a mere grass like this one. That was what pulled me out of water, and that's why you can see me here today. So these are the memories of my life, and I don't regret. I am happy and I'm thankful to God for everything, but I don't hate her. When she was dying, I was happy because I knew, like, one thing, that I'm gonna go back to school. But later I was told by somebody that if you wanna be blessed, learn to forgive each and every person who has ever hurt you. So I forgave her, and blessings started following me. So I am here today to try and connect with the memories of the happening, and as I tell my story, I am healing. And guys, a lot has changed. I just met with a guy there, and he was telling me, like this place never used to be like this. So the government took over. See, it is already fenced. So people are living this side, but now this side is the forest now. And I honestly don't remember vividly, but I will try to go deep and see whatever I can find, any trace of memory, like even if I'm gonna find where our house used to be. Nowadays it's just forest, you know, it's purely forest. And I'm told, like, there are some bikers who are inside here. I'm told that those are the tourists who come here to bike. So this is now a government property. It's only like when I got there, I just felt like I've hit a dead end, you know, because I was like, yo, I don't wanna get in someone's land, then I find myself in trouble. So, but I clearly remember this was my place, guys. There used to be homes here. There used to be homes. I vividly remember. As I'm walking this way, this used to be homes. There used to be homes here. I guess I'll have to go under this fence here. Hope it doesn't have a power. Because even the man that I was speaking with there, he told me, like, when I mentioned about the well or a stream we used to fetch water, he has the idea, he knows where it is, but he told me it is very far. So meaning that I am on the right track, guys. Guys, I am here. I am here. I'm in this house, and luckily enough, I found someone who remembers my mom. The moment that I mentioned to her about Kagueria, she remembered her. She has stayed here for more than miaka taigana huko.
Miaka mingi. Tuli migunda ni atonyo ri. Ava ni mama atonyete migunda wala. Esa taikiriu. Ni magitonya ri.
Koguo mwacokire kugayanire migunda baadaye.
Ala matonyete. Ni baba makigari. Magi atari ambu mupala balere haga.
Okay.
Chiunguru huko ni kwa ndagurire. Kaida kangi. Nikatonga jama tu.
So guys, like she remembers my mom, and she also remembers the man that I used to push with who used to go with a tricycle. She remembers him. His name was Simon, and she remembers that we used to live at the corner. She remembers the house at the corner. Yeah, and then guys, she gave me some tea here. This is the situation. So like guys, that woman, she remembers my mom's name. She remembers my mom. So I was not lost. It's only like she told me, like it's only like the land here, because back in the days people used to live in the forest, like they were not their land. It's like they used to live illegally. So now the government came, the society came, and then the land was subdivided. So that's how some new people are welcomed in this area. So I'm gonna go somewhere else. She gave me a cup of tea. May God bless her. And I gave her $2 to buy some sugar. As you can see, she's old, but she has some kids there. Some of whom are just kids. We're still in a journey to the story of only Mawira. So on this journey, I'm going on this road. I'm going to look for that man. I'm sure, like she has told me, like the man passed on, but the person who was named after him is still there. The man that I used to push with a bicycle, like I used to push on a tricycle. All this I'm doing just to confirm my facts. I'm just doing this to confirm the facts of my story. So let's go and see if we can get it. So guys, I believe this is the home. I'm walking to this home. I wanna go and see if there's still somebody here. Let's go and see. Guys, I'm here. I'm trying to knock and ask if there's somebody. Hardy! Okay, the gate is open. Kwena modo? Hardy! It's like there's nobody in this house. Nobody in this homestead. It's okay. Oh guys, so I never got anybody in that home. So we leave. But I'm sure the man that I used to push, that used to be his home. There's a home here, which is just people that are living there right now, they're Maasai. I wish I had a camera. I wish I had a GoPro. I would have captured that story very well. You know, They are living traditionally. They are living traditionally there. They are even making medicine from the plants live. Something like I didn't feel like me feel anything because it would have attacked me. You know how they have all their weapons there. But anyway, it's okay. So I now go to part 2 of the story, guys. So please remember to subscribe, comment, and share the video. I've tried to look for enough people to talk to, but I remember all these areas that I remember them, guys. There was a home somewhere here. There was another home here. And also in this forest, I used to look after animals. So that is this part 1 of my story. That home. Though it never used to be a modern home. It's only like the family from that house, that home, most of them, there are some who live in the US. And now back in the days, they used to come with some Porsche cars, man. I'm telling you, they used to check in proper cars. And I would really admire them. Yeah, I remember them. Guys, this is a cactus plant. Fruits. So guys, please remember to subscribe, comment to the channel. Let me know what you think about the video. I just came off this place. I went under the electrical wires. And guys, we are here. This is the place we used to live with my mom. And these are the places, because I remember our house was the last one. And then ours used to be at the corner. And then there used to be other homes, and I guess they're the ones which are there. This house that you see here. But back then, this place used to be farmed. I don't know. Guys, I'm walking under this grass. But one thing I'm sure of is our home used to be at the corner. And then, yeah, I got it, guys. Finally, I found it. But this grass that you see here, it never used to be like this. You see, this electrical fence that you see here, it used to be that way. And this place, as you can see, you see it is fertile. It is fertile because there were some homes that were here. There was a home here, and our house used to be there at the corner. Guys, this is where Mawira used to live. Mawira, the clay boy, used to live here. Guys, I'm even afraid of getting deeper because I don't know if maybe there's some holes and nobody knows where I am. So we used to have a route to go to that house, another home there, and another home there. All these homes, they were there, but I'm sure they don't remember. They don't recognize me at all. They can never recognize me at all. My instincts have refused me to go beyond this point, guys. But this forest, as you see it, so sometimes the elephant would show up. You know, this forest, it is full of animals. This forest here, you see, it is just full of animals. And our house used to be here. This, I'm sure like you can see something like a heap, guys. This used to be a house. And this house that we were living was not like ours. I don't know how my mom had talked to the owner, but we used to live here. And this heap that you can see, this heap you see here, this used to be our house. It's only like it was demolished. And it was a circular house, a grass thatched circular house, a muddy house. And this is where my mom and I used to stay. We used to live here, guys, with my mom. We used to live here. Yeah, this is where we used to live with my mom. And then outside here there used to be a bench. So anytime you could come to our house, at the corner, you know, it was a circular house. At the corner you could find some sticks. You would think my mom was having some goat or sheep, but those sticks were for me. She used to beat me those sticks. And there used to be a bench here. One day, I don't remember whatever she told me to do, and I didn't manage to do it perfect as she wanted. So she took a rope, she tied my hands like this, and she tied me under the bench that was here, and she gave me a thorough beating. Guys, here on my head, here, the mark that you see here is this mark, that one that you see now. I acquired it inside the house here. I remember that day, it was at night, and that time there was so much hunger in Kenya. The year 2000, there was so much hunger, and my mom, because she used to do some odd jobs, she came, she was washing the clothes, and at night I was supposed to feed my brother. And simply because I started dozing off, the food fell down. So she started beating me. And then I got under the bed, and that's how I got the mark. There's a mark here. If you look closely, I have a mark here. Okay, this mark that you see here. My mom was beating me one afternoon, and I had gone to fetch water inside the forest. Deep inside the forest, this forest that you see here, it has some very dangerous animals. So I had gone to fetch water, and when I came back, when I went to fetch water inside the wall, like there was a man whom I was speaking down there with, and he knows that it is a well. So when I came back home, she got angry because I have stayed for long, and it's because I was afraid of the monkeys. So she started beating me. And I remember very well, I was running away from the monkeys. Let me show you what happened to my leg. Guys, if you check clearly, closely on my feet, these feet here, these feet, the toes are very fine, the nails are fine. But if you check on this leg, this toe and this toe, they are not the same. This toe, I lost the nail, that way the abdominal nail that came out. Because I was running away from the monkeys that were beating me, that were running after me in this forest. And guys, let me show you how my legs look like. You see the way my legs look? They have some cracks. Like my legs have cracks. I'm not ashamed. See, my legs have cracks. Because when I was walking along the road as I was going to school, now I was coming all the way from this house to school without shoes, without nothing. Without shoes, without nothing. This is where my brother was born. This is where I used to live. This is where my brother was born. This is where I got this car, and this car that is here. And yeah, guys, I'm happy like I was able to connect with this place. Now, you see that telephone, electrical post that is here there? This is the tall one. This one. So sometime with another boy there. I don't remember his name. I don't actually remember if we were friends or not. But one day we decided to compete each other to climb it so that you can go and hold the electrical cables. And we never knew that they were dangerous. So we competed and I was leading. Out of nowhere, I just saw somebody down there. And he was like, the person was like, hey boys, what are you doing? And we told him like we are just trying to compete each other to see who is gonna hold the electrical cables at the first one. Then the guy told us just drop down, because in case you haven't touched that thing, you're gonna die. And then we came down. After he came down, the guy was no more to be seen. Like he disappeared just like that. That's how I'm telling you, like I just saw an angel. So guys, sometimes even before you bash someone online, before you write a funny comment on whatever you are doing. I'm not perfect, guys. I say I'm not perfect. But some of us have gone through a lot in life. And I'm doing this story just to heal up completely, because I don't want to remember it anymore. It has been so much in my life. And I'm just praying to God, like He's gonna give me the peace of mind that I require. So from here, I'm going to check another person who had employed me, because I remember his home, I remember her home, and I remember the homestead that it looks like. I'll go there and try to look for the memories, then I share with you guys. Remember to subscribe, to comment. This is part 1 of my story that is ending this place, in this spot. God bless you. Thank you for watching the video. Please remember to subscribe, to comment. I love you guys. Thank you, my moderators, for being here. May God bless you.